Hello, I'm Mark Hammond, minister of the Weber Road Church of Christ in Corpus Christi, Texas. This short video is a preview of our Sunday morning lesson for April 19th, and I'll be speaking on the topic of prayer. And we'll take our message from Acts chapter 16 and some various passages throughout the Bible. But the question is, again, how important is prayer in your life? And hopefully, through this study on Sunday, you'll begin to self-evaluate, that you'll be able to look into your life and to really improve your prayer life, speaking to God in prayer. It's so important. The story goes that Henry Ford once hired an efficiency expert to evaluate his company. And after some time period, the expert came back and made his report, and everything was very good, except for one thing. He said, "Mr. Ford, it's that man down the hall. Every time I go by his office, he's just sitting there with his feet on his desk. He's wasting your money." Mr. Ford looked at the efficiency expert and said, "That man once had an idea that saved us millions of dollars. At that time, I believe his feet were planted right where they are right now." I don't know what that man was meditating on, but it must have been something good, according to Henry Ford, since it was saving him money. Meditation is not a bad thing. It really pays to think before you spend money, whether it's yours or another person's. Meditation, again, can definitely be a good thing in life, but it really depends on the object of your meditation. If you're meditating on nothing, what good is that? And even if you're meditating on things like the sky, or perhaps a beautiful sunset, or maybe you're in the woods and you enjoy that setting and you use it as a time to meditate, or maybe you do yoga or something where you feel like you meditate during those times. Again, all of those things are fine and good. But that sky, for example, will do nothing for a person. It will do nothing to influence the human spirit. And we might appreciate a beautiful blue sky. You may enjoy yoga. You may enjoy a time just getting out in nature. But it cannot affect your inner spiritual beauty. Now, those times and those things may remind us of a God who created all things. But the sky itself is not the same thing as God. Now, the other side of the coin is if we meditate on something that is godly, and we use our time as we meditate to speak to our Creator, God, it can make a big difference, not only in our lives on this earth, but it will definitely make a difference in our lives, eternally speaking. Now, our message on Sunday will come from Acts chapter 16. And I would point you to Acts chapter 16, verse 16, where we find Paul and Silas. They're going to the place of prayer. But it also says here, and it's on that journey to the place of prayer, that they met a slave girl who had the spirit of divination and brought her owners much gain by fortune telling. Now, of course, we know in this passage that they healed her, and the owners were very upset. Of course, they had no income from her, and they had them put into prison. And then we'll pick up in verse 25 of Acts chapter 16, where it says, "About midnight, Paul and Silas were praying and singing hymns to God, and the prisoners were listening to them." So notice, they were going to a place of prayer at the beginning. They got sidetracked for doing something good for a slave girl. They were put into prison, but they didn't forget what their focus should be on even while in prison. And that's prayer to God and singing praises to their Creator. There's a lot we can learn about prayer from this passage and other passages throughout Scripture. And you'll be encouraged to join us this coming Sunday at 10 a.m. That's April 19th. And you can participate along with us as we stream that worship assembly. We look forward to the day when we can come together once again as a church family and with our visitors there and worship our God. But in the meantime, we'll make use of streaming, and we hope that you can join us. Again, that's at Weber Road Church of Christ on Facebook, and also on our YouTube channel. We hope that you'll join in with us.